My friends, I wanted to come on and do a reading. I felt called to do how you think they're doing and feeling about you versus how they're actually doing and feeling about you. So hopefully this brings you some clarity. So we're going to start with you, and I have a few decks that we're going to get, and we're going to go through you. And if this isn't how you're feeling this person is doing, then it's probably not your reading. You'll know if it's yours, is what I'm hearing. So let's see what you think is happening here. So I'm going to start with this deck. We're having a snowstorm in April, which I know is common depending on where you live in the world. But we're having a snowstorm today. So it's a little dark, but that's okay. All right. So I just wanted to shuffle the deck a few times. And like I said, I have a few different decks depending on what comes out. I'll decide what decks I want to use as we go along, but I have some potential decks that we're going to use. All right, so let's see how you think this person is doing or what you think is happening here. All right, I was looking for bottom of the deck, but there's nothing there. What I mean by that is there's nothing there. So, how you think this... I just heard I hear a dog barking. So let's see how you think, your perception of what's going on here. Let's see. So what do you think is going on here? And keep in mind, I could be tapping into, depending on how you're, like I'm hearing that I may be tapping into your intuition, but I also may be tapping into your fears here. So we'll see. We'll see. So what do you think is going on here? What do you think is going on here? Not today. So you think that, this person thinks it's not the right time to reach out. Not today. Not dealing, hurt, avoiding conversation, avoiding you, boundaries, still angry. So you feel like this person is still keeping their distance or wanting to keep their distance. But we also have the butterfly. So you do feel... yeah, love call on the bottom, not today, right? So you feel like this person isn't ready to talk to you, but you do seem to think that they're evolving. The butterfly, healing inner child growth. So you feel like, I'm almost hearing, I'm hearing that you think that your person will reach out when they're ready. You think that your person will reach out when it's the right time. And once they've gone through some growth and some inner healing, which is actually very, I don't want to say mature. That's the wrong word. But I feel like that's very realistic. I feel like that's very realistic is what I'm hearing. So you do think that they're healing the inner child, going through growth, evolving, transforming the butterfly, but... still not ready to talk to you, still not ready to pick up that phone and talk to you. Again, this is how you think they're feeling and doing. This is your perception, I guess you could say. We do have boat. Receiving what you need, progression, arriving, closure. I don't think you think this person is moving on from you with that boat, because look, we have heart with the keys. So clearly you feel like this person feels a special connection with you. Still, like it seems to me that you feel, these readings always tongue tie me. It seems to me like you feel like this person does see you as the one. But again, they're still transforming and not ready to talk to you. So let's just get a few more. With that boat card, like I'm not feeling, we have the runner. So you could still feel like they're on the run still. They're on the run. We do have the runner. Runner in a codependent relationship, fear of intimacy, listening to ego. So you feel like this person is listening to their ego right now, but that they are progressing forward from this runner energy. We also have hammer, sabotage, rebuilding, repetitive, interrogation, persistent, working on it. So you do feel like this person is working on that runner energy. They are, They are progressing, they're evolving. But again, I just keep looking at that not today. You know that this person still isn't ready to talk, or that's what you think, that's what you feel, that's what's coming through. All right. So let's get a few more about how you think this person is feeling about this connection or viewing this connection. I don't want to take all those. We have masks. So you feel like they're masking this right now, or you feel like they're not showing you their hand, they're holding back, they're masking. Isn't that interesting? And we have kisses, unconditional love. So it does feel like you do feel this person unconditionally loves you, feels this connection with you, but they're wearing a mask right now. Again, you think that they're still transforming. I just saw 555, so you could feel like they're making positive changes. Yeah, we have the dragonfly, finding out, be lighthearted, things coming to light, adapt, change, and healing, just as I was talking about 555. So you do believe that this person is making positive changes. I really like this. Again, I don't want to say it's mature of you, but it's very grounded. It's very realistic is what I'm seeing. Let's just get two more. Two more for how you think this person is feeling about you. So we have girl talk, boy talk, person talk. I don't want to gender. But you could feel like they're spending a lot of time with their friends right now. Side note, you could feel like their friends have opinions about this connection, or their friends are in their ear about this connection. I had a really weird dream about that last night, actually. I'll just tell you what my dream was, but it was about like someone coming across, it wasn't me in the dream, it was somebody else, probably one of you. But it was someone coming across like a chat between friends, and all of the opinions in the chat were, there are plenty of fish in the sea. Why don't you just move on? Why don't you just forget about that person the way that people do? So anyway, with this time with friends, moving on, I still don't think you think this person is moving on, but I do think that you think that they're spending time with their friends right now, and maybe you think that their friends have opinions about this connection, or in their ear about this connection, giving them bad advice perhaps. And we have photograph, looking at your photos, missing you, nostalgia, wanting to make new memories. So you do feel like this person thinks about you. See, this is nice. This is nice. I mean, we'll see what their energy says, but focus on self-worth, time to heal, shadow work, self-appreciation. So you do think that this person is healing and evolving from this runner energy and rebuilding, coming out of that self-sabotaging behavior. So this is really nice. This is very nice. I like it. All right, but there's something about their friends here. Like, I feel like you feel like they're talking to their friends about you, or maybe even, like I said, getting bad advice. Maybe you know that for a fact. So I want to see how you think they're feeling about you with this deck. So let's shuffle first. So how do you think they're feeling about you? We have depth, importance, value. So you think they're realizing the depth of this connection, realizing that there is something important here, especially with that heart with a key. We have curse, so you could feel like this person, feels like you put a curse on them. I hear that a lot in this community, because when you're into magic and tarot and things like that, people can assume that you're doing spell work, which I know there are people out there that do spell work. I see it on TikTok. But you could think that your person thinks you put a spell on them. So let's keep going. I'm just going to shuffle one more time. So this is how you think your person is feeling about you. How do you think your person is feeling about you? Let's just cut the deck. How do you think this person is feeling about you? Clarity. So you do think they're gaining clarity about this. They're seeing the truth of this connection. Interesting. Photography could be symbolic. That's a camera lens. All right, so how do you think this person is feeling about you? How do you think this person is feeling about you? Past life, you feel like this person... Whoa! Divine feminine. Only you. That's what I mean. You know, deep down, I feel like you have this inner knowing that this person sees you as this divine feminine. This is how they feel about you. And we have past life. So like they've met you before, you have a past life connection or a soul connection. Nice. And we have only you on the bottom. That's what I meant about the heart and the key. So you do believe that this person feels a very special connection with you. I'm so happy that I reorganized my space, because doing these face readings, now I can lay all the cards out on the table and see them all. So how do you think this person is feeling about you? Also, divine feminine, for how you think they're feeling about you, you could feel like they know you're no longer chasing them. That if they want something here, they are going to have to approach you. Divine feminine, I don't chase, I attract. So you think that that's the energy, that's how they're feeling about you right now. Like you're not going to chase them. You're in your divine feminine energy is what I'm hearing. So let's get a few more for how you think this person is feeling about you. We have possibilities. So you do believe that this person still sees the possibilities here. Loyalty. So you do feel like this person feels, I'm going to get sick of myself saying that. You think that this person, you know, feels like you're someone very loyal. You could resonate with that black cat, golden retriever energy, right? Like this, you feel like this person sees you as someone who will always love them. You could have also told them that. You could have told them that, like, my heart will always belong to you. I'll always love you. I'm hearing, like, if you're ever ready to heal and take this relationship to the next level, I unconditionally love you. You could have said all of these things to this person, and that could be what's being reflected here. But you do think that this person feels like you're very trustworthy, reliable. You know, a lab could be symbolic for some of you. You feel like this person still sees a possible future with you. This is lovely. How do you think this person is feeling about you? Apology. Apology for perhaps some elusive behavior. Remember I said a mask, so this, you could feel like this person was wearing a mask, or maybe they deceived you, or there was lies spoken. Apology, clarity, and elusive all came out together for how you think this person feels about you. I don't think that you think this person thinks you're deceptive. I think this is more about, you feel like this person is gaining clarity about some of their masking or elusive behavior, their Seven of Swords behavior, and that you think that this person knows they owe you an apology. All right, let's get three more. How do you think this person is feeling about you? We have broken. Shattered, heartbroken, destroyed. And right away I heard you could have changed, like you could have shattered their perception of themselves, or that's how you're feeling. We also have time. So again, you feel like they're waiting for the right time. They're waiting until they're more healed, or they're ready to apologize. This is how you think they're feeling. And we have beauty, which is so Empress energy, beauty. Charming, graceful, kind-hearted. This is how you think they feel about you. And we have breaking point. So you think that they're going to hit their breaking point eventually and reach out to you, is what I'm hearing. You could be feeling like this person feels very overwhelmed by all of this as well, like especially if this is a soul connection. It's funny, twin flame didn't come out for how you think they feel about you, so maybe you think this person isn't, maybe they don't know about soul connections. I'll be interested to see how they actually feel. This is very nice. So you know what? I am going to get those cards that I have over here. Just 1 minute. The fact that, listen, the fact that Divine Feminine came out makes me think that you maybe think, and now we have Divine Masculine on the bottom. For some of you, you could feel like this person feels like you abandoned them, like you walked away, because maybe you did, maybe you walked away from them, but you could feel like you walking away or abandoning them was the breaking point. And then we have Divine Masculine, so it looks like you do feel like this person, like, maybe you feel like this person sees you standing in your own masculine energy, knowing your worth. All right, so I just want to move these. And then I want to get those journey cards, I think. So let me just put these over here for the next round. I also have 2 different tarot decks that I'm going to use today. They're the same tarot deck, but different. They're slightly different, and I thought I'd use one for you and one for how you think this person is feeling, doing. All right, so let's get these cards for how you think this person is doing, feeling. Transformation, see? The butterfly. So definitely you feel like this person is going through a transformation, and that they'll reach out when they're ready, when the time is right, that they're waiting for the right time. Bark, 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 bark. We have telepathy, so you feel like this person feels a telepathic connection with you. Interesting. I just heard you're not wrong. This is very nice. And then we have no contact. Interesting. All right. So, how you think they're feeling, doing about this connection, like they're in no contact for a reason, or they're not talking to you for a reason, that they still have some inner work to do. And again, I'm feeling like, I'm not checking your energy, I'm just looking at how you think they're feeling, but I'm feeling that energy of like surrender from you. You're trusting in this, is what I'm hearing. Like this energy is beautiful for how you think they're feeling and doing. There's a lot of trust in it, right? A lot of belief. So let's see how you think this person is doing, feeling. Friends. Friends came out again. Friends came out again. So we have Dark Night of the Soul. So for how you think this person is doing, you do think they're going through a transformation, a dark night of the soul, an awakening. That's why I mentioned that Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine card. Like you could be someone who, you know, does feel like your person is waking up to this connection. We also have Wounded Feminine. So Wounded Feminine energy, you could feel, this came out with friends, so you could feel like they have some sort of wounded feminine energy, not talking about gender, in their energy, who, you know, doesn't believe in intuition and doesn't believe in soul connections and is getting in their ear. Wounded Feminine, those came out together. So it does feel like you feel like this person has, you know, some wounded friends who maybe don't, I don't want to say don't give them the best advice, because a lot of friends are just doing what they believe. Like someone who's unawakened and who doesn't know what a soul contract is, they want what's best for their friend. So of course they're going to say things like, oh, you could do so much better and things like that. But it does feel like you think this person has some sort of wounded person in their energy, a friend. Again, maybe influencing them. Also, you could be feeling like your person still is struggling with a bit of wounded feminine energy. You know, not trusting their intuition. Remember that not today, boundaries still hurt. So you could feel like they're still in a bit of wounded feminine energy. So how do you think this person is doing, feeling about this connection? We have karma, cleansing. Listen, we have karma and why did I say cleansing? Clearing and healing, karma. So clearly you feel like this person is going through it right now and evolving, growth, progression, dark night of the soul, releasing karma, healing karmic cycles, healing patterns. We have abandonment, so healing abandonment wounds. Remember, abandonment came out in that other deck as well. So you could, feel like your person feels like you abandoned them in a way. Or you could just feel like this person has abandonment wounds. And we have wounded masculine. So this is what I mean. It feels like you feel like your person still has wounded masculine and wounded feminine energy. And that not today, that they still have you think they still have transformations to go through and healing to do and an awakening to happen and clearing and cleansing and healing before they're going to pick up that phone and reach out to you. But again, you're trusting in this. You could be dealing with a Gemini. Your name could be Mary. I just had to drop down about that. So, all right, let's get a few more for how you think this person is doing. And then I kind of want to see there it is. I said it didn't come out of that other deck and then it came out of this deck. So clearly you feel like your person feels some sort of spiritual connection with you, twin flame connection with you. I was really surprised it didn't come out of that first deck because the second deck we had divine feminine. But clearly you do feel like this person feels this, again, intense soul bond with you, soul contract, twin flames. And, this twin flame card says masculine and feminine. So it does look to me like you feel like this person still has some balancing of like divine feminine, divine masculine energy to do before they're ready for more with you. Because again, there's two cards about being wounded here, like wounded feminine, wounded masculine. I'm trying to think of that book that I read from about distorted feminine and distorted masculine energy. Distorted masculine energy, like always living by the clock, never taking time to rest, not trusting your intuition. Wounded feminine energy could be a little bit of manipulation. The need to go around in circles, like arguments. Wounded masculine, the need to be right. Like, you're right and I'm wrong. No, you're wrong and I'm right. There can only be one winner is what I'm hearing. And we have cycles as I'm saying that on the bottom. So clearly you still feel, again, I'm repeating myself, like this person still has some wounded energy that they need to work through before they rebuild something with you. I want to see how you think they're feeling about you. Specifically, how do you think they're feeling about you? Age gap? Fear? Separation? So separation, fear. So you could be feeling like this person, has fear around this separation, that if they don't, I just heard pull up their bootstraps. I don't know why I heard that. I've never said that in a reading. I just heard pull up your bootstraps. You could be feeling like this person does fear that if they don't start healing and cleansing, that they're going to miss their chance with you. For how you think they feel about you, you do feel like they're feeling this separation. You do feel like they're afraid about something here, possibly afraid of an age gap. These came out together. Or just fear, fear of this intensity, the intensity of this connection. It's getting darker and darker here. And then we have age gap. So clearly you feel like this person's, the age gap between you bothers them, bothers their friends. How do you think this person is feeling about you? How do you think this person is feeling about you? Dreams. So you feel like they're having dreams about you. You could be having dreams about them. Transformation. So transformation for how you think they feel about you. So you're feeling like they feel like you're transforming into this butterfly, like you're evolving. And And I just heard fear of being left behind because I'm looking at that fear card. But you do feel like this person feels like you've transformed and you've changed since meeting them. And you feel like they've seen this transformation. Let's get 2 more for how you think they're feeling about you. How do you think they're feeling about you? We have spying, so you think they're keeping an eye on you. Spying. And we have 5D. So you are feeling like they feel a connection with you in the 5D. And again, dreams. Dreams could be very symbolic here. All right. So hopefully that made sense. I'm just going to get a few more cards before I get to tarot. So we're going to get this deck and see how you think this person is doing, feeling, what you think surrounding them right now. All right. So how do you think this person, what's your perception of what they're going through here? This is very nice. Like, this is very nice. I find this very nice. I feel like you're believing in the journey is what I'm hearing. And you're not rushing it. You know that this person has some things that they need to take care of and heal from and release if the 2 of you are going to come back together is what I'm hearing, which I like. You're not rushing it, which shows patience. So, how do you think this person is doing, thinking, feeling? How do you think this person is doing? We have new perspectives. So we do have the fox. That was my reaction. So you do feel like this person is still a little bit of like interested in self, if that makes sense. Self-interest, stealth, deceit, trap, redhead, sharp, sleight of hand, something's off, wrong, cunning, sly, crafty. You know what I didn't get? I didn't get animal cards. I'll get them. So you do feel like this person still has some things. Remember, I was talking about a mask. I was talking about possible deception, elusiveness. So you do feel like this person still has some things that they need to work through here. We do have the moose imposing. September 14th could be symbolic. Imposing, powerful, independent, time alone, attitude is everything, calm, cool, and collected, mask. Confidence, solidarity. But again, you still feel like they're a little bit self-interested, or there's still some things that they need to work through, some foxy tendencies. We do have new beginnings. So January 3rd, March 1st, January 4th, April 1st, September 13th, September 9th. But look at this, we have judgment. So you do feel like they're going through an awakening. Total transformation, heed the call, renewal, surrender, awakening, rebirth, clean slate, fundamental changes. And this came out with that fox. So you do feel like they're making changes. And again, they're healing that inner child. There's growth here. Purging. So you feel like there's things that they're purging from their energy. You feel like, this person sees you as their true north. True north, discovery, life path. You could be feeling like they're discovering their life path. Seeking truth, direction, find your way, know where you're going. 22. So November 22nd could be symbolic. And we have magnet. So you do feel like they feel this magnetic attraction to you. Longing, desire, gravity, magnetic attraction. Yep. All right, let's get a few more. It's so dark. So how do you think this person is doing, feeling, grounding, evolving, growth? Yep. And then we have, look, we have Celtic knot. Hang on. I just opened the window a little to make it a little brighter. We do have clouds, thoughts, problems, doubts, hesitation, beyond view, unclear, confusion, indecision, misunderstandings. So you do still feel like there's a bit of, problems, clouds, obstacles to overcome, indecision. We have the Celtic knot, unconditional love, legendary, divine union, eternal love, infinity, enduring, connected love of a lifetime. We have the tree, June 24th, February 4th, April 2nd. Why can't I think? We have the tree, grounded fertility, lineage, health, vitality, roots, personal growth, evolving, connection to source. This is how you think they're feeling and doing. We have developing over time. See, this is what I like. You do feel like they're developing over time. Like this time and space is doing what it's supposed to, and that this person is developing over time. Transforming, alchemy, family legacy, the good stuff, finesse, ripening, age as well. Maybe you think that they think that you're aging well, I just heard, especially if there's an age gap. Look, I said obstacles when I saw the clouds. I heard obstacles, and this was face down. So you do still feel like this person has obstacles that they need to overcome, and that's why they're remaining distant. Obstacle, problem, distance, solitude, pride. So you could still feel like, again, they have that wounded energy. Block, cold, indifferent, barrier, interruption, delay, stubborn. But I mean, this is very nice. Again, it looks like you're seeing this very realistically. You know that there's still things that this person needs to heal from and overcome before they're going to be ready to pick up that phone and call you or show up at your door or whatever. I'm just going to get 5 more. How do you think this person is doing, feeling? There's communication. So again, what I was just saying, we have things are fluid. We have the loons, deeply committed, uncommon bonds. So you feel like they feel this uncommon bond as well. All in for what you love, reawaken lost hopes. We do have communication, but like I said, I feel like you know that, or you feel that this person will reach out when the time is right, when they've overcome these obstacles, and they're feeling in a more when they're in a more stable place. We have the tower, standalone, guidance, government, institutions, ego, tall. So you could feel like they're still struggling with ego, right? The tower. We have the hummingbird, enjoyment, be present, rapid response, resilient, nectar, sweet goodness, lift out of negativity. So you feel like they're lifting out of negativity. But again, I keep hearing you're being very realistic about this. You know there's still things they need to overcome before they can be with you. Again, it's very much like surrender and belief that I'm feeling for you. We do have the world, accomplishment, duty, responsibility. So you could, feel like this person still has responsibilities that they need to take care of. Governing time, matter and structure, achievement, commitments, boundaries, integration, restriction. So you do feel like there's things restricting this person from being able to be with you. But again, it's not like you have, this is beautiful. There's a lot of belief here. Deception. There's that snake. You got the snake and the fox. So deception, jealousy, betrayal, backstab, toxic, silent treatment, wounded masculine energy is what I'm hearing. Seduction, sexuality, counterproductive. So again, these came out together. So you still feel like this person has some cycles that need to end, some behaviors that need to end, some stuff that needs to be healed out. And to me, it's looking like you believe that one of the things that's restricting them from coming in is the fact that they still have some of this snake and fox energy that they're trying to heal out. All right. So I want to get animal cards. I know I've gotten a lot of cards so far. This is going to be a long reading, but that's like every reading. Earlier I sat down and I haven't posted it yet, but I was like, I'm going to do a shorter reading, one that's not as in-depth, and it was still an hour. All right. So we're going to see how you think what you think their energy is right now with the animal cards, my favorite deck. You got the energy of awakening in multiple decks. So you do feel like they're awakening. We'll see if that comes out. The cosmic egg. Wow. Connecting to source. Look at this. We've got the earthworm, which talks about a transformation that, Shy, reluctant, hesitant to share. All right. 555 again, positive changes. You believe this person is making positive changes. And we've got the mouse, so you could be feeling like your person is a little nervous. That you're, again, I was hearing that you're leaving them behind, or if they don't get their act together, that you're going to move on without them, which I don't think that's how you're feeling, but so let's cut the deck. So we're going to see this person's, how you think they're doing right now. So what do you think this person's energy is? And then we'll get how you think they feel about you. So how do you think this person, what energy do you believe this person is in? What is like your perception? What energy do you think this person is in? Fire ant, I swear. Listen, there's something about friends here. Friends' opinions, people getting in the way of this connection, friends being in their ear. Let me just read that. This is how you think they're doing. But that's the first thing I heard when I saw that fire ant, because if you look at that fire ant, it's surrounded by all of these other people's opinions and rigid thinking and outdated thinking. Where are you, little fire ant? There you are. Following orders, right? And this mentions gossip. This mentions gossip. So again, I feel like you do feel like there's people gossiping, or they gossip about you to their friends. Or maybe they've just, in the past, maybe this person has told their friends things about you. And again, I feel like you think this person is... I think that you think this person is surrounded by other people's opinions, their friends specifically. It also talks about stewing on a person or situation. So you could feel like they're still, thinking about you still a little bit. Remember that not today card, not resentful, but you still think that they're hurt over something that happened in the past with you. Like maybe you said something that wounded them or hurt them or triggered them. Solo time. So you feel like this person is spending a lot of time alone. But again, there's something about people around them with very rigid, outdated beliefs affecting them right now. And we have the lizard. That's nice. We have the lizard. You could feel like your person, whenever the lizard comes out, the lizard talks about like being overstimulated and oversensitive. So you could feel like your person is neurodivergent, I'm hearing. Again, just another label, which is a label I got before I realized I'm just highly spiritual. But it's a label that people resonate with if they're not highly spiritual. Does that make sense? Hopefully that makes sense. Lizard, instinctual. So you feel like this person is trusting their instincts. The dreamer. So you feel like this person is having dreams about you. Artistic, telepathic, spiritual. When out of balance, non-committal, elusive, flaky. This is what I'm talking about. That was in the upright though. So it feels like your person is coming out of that elusive, non-committal energy. Big crowds, lots of travel, Trevor could be a name. Or overstimulation will drain a lizard of their magical essence. This card is an indication to pull back from the bright lights. So there is this energy, you feel like this person is, remember that moose, solidarity, standing alone, spending time alone, solo time, trying to get away from other people's opinions, trying to get away from outdated beliefs and programmed thinking. All right, let's get another one for how you think this person is feeling. No, how you think they're doing, what energy, like these readings always confuse them out of me. How do you think this person is doing right now? How do you think this person is doing right now? How do you think this person is doing right now? And look, so you do feel like this person is awakening. The cosmic egg, you think they're transforming. Brown eyes could be symbolic. That lizard has brown eyes. And we have the camel, blue eyes could be symbolic. I feel like the camel, I'm not as familiar with the camel, but I feel like the camel is about trusting oneself, which is amazing with this. Like if they're surrounded by other people's opinions, especially if there's an age gap, you feel like this person is now trusting themselves. Trusting, again, I'm not as resourceful, independent, no one knows oneself. Calm, content, sparkle in eye. When out of balance, dehydrated, lacks vitality. The camel can handle absolutely anything. So you do feel like this person can handle absolutely anything, and they can handle this awakening, is what I'm hearing. Self-reliant, handles challenge with ease, even in the face of excess heat. Judgment, the fire ant. And being responsible for one's own reactions. So you could feel like, again, remember that snake and fox card. It feels like you are feeling like your person is being more responsible for their own reactions, for their own behaviors. Again, you feel like this person is healing. And can I just say, that is amazing energy to be projecting out there to your person. It's only going to help them. It's only going to help them, is what I'm hearing. Like, I'm a little moved by it. Anyway. All right, so it's funny because right underneath, I'm tearing up a little, right underneath the cosmic egg, we have the bear in reverse. So again, it feels like it's not the right, like you feel like this person knows it's not the right time to come out of their hibernation yet. The bear, withdrawn. The bear in reverse is withdrawn. While they go through this, and I feel like you've been through that before, you know that it can be messy and confusing. I feel like you think this person is starting to trust their own intuition and their own judgment rather than the judgment of others. So let's see how you think this person is feeling about you. How do you think this person is feeling about you? How do you think this person is... The Phoenix! Yeah. So, you think this person is feeling like you are the Phoenix. Again, remember I said something about rising above, and they can, like, you feel like they can feel you're leaving them behind, even though I don't think you're leaving them behind. I think you're just focused on yourself. I don't think you have that mindset of like, well, if they don't hurry up, they're going to miss their chance. I don't think that's what you're feeling. But you think that they feel like you've transformed and you've changed. And you're this Phoenix. I'm surprised I haven't looked like I was on fire yet with the Phoenix card coming out. That surprises me. Very spiritual. Phoenix is a spiritual card, so you feel like this person sees you as someone spiritual. This person, you could feel like they've watched you transform too. I'm hearing over the years, or since they first met you. Freedom from suffering. So you could have been, you could have had to free yourself from this connection if there was some suffering going on or bad behavior. Transformation of our past. It doesn't mean running from it, denying it, or burning bridges with rage. The essence of the Phoenix is with us when we realize we have been suffering too long and something must change. We need to take a stand and decide to live consciously instead of being driven by the unconscious mind and its long list of fears and aversions. So that's how you think they're feeling about you. And, maybe you've helped them, maybe you've inspired them to Phoenix themselves, right? We'll have to see. How do you think this person is feeling about you? Okay, well, I'm only going to take the ones that are face up. Well, we have the butterfly. Oh, my. So, Lux, Panther. So, I'm not going to take these, but I wanted to show you butterfly. So, again, you do feel like this person feels like you've transformed. And maybe you feel like they don't recognize you anymore. They knew you when you were the caterpillar. But we have the hawk here. So change. You feel like they see you as someone who's changed. Messenger of divinity. And then we have the moth. And like a moth to a flame. But how you think they're feeling about you. The moth does talk about the grass is greener on the other side. Or I'm not saying it is greener on the other side. But You could be feeling like this person, especially if they gave you that impression in the past that I could do better or I could easily move on. The moth does talk about greener on the other side, but it also talks about, like, I'm hearing moth to a flame. So you do feel like this person is very drawn to your light. Anyway, let's look at the hawk for how you think they feel about you. Watchful, all-seeing messenger of divinity, sees clearly, intuitive. Yeah, the hawk. Yeah. It will eventually redirect your course. So you think that this person feels like you redirected the trajectory of their life. I have no idea where those words are coming from, but there you go. And then the moth, enthusiastic and whimsical. So, enthusiastic and whimsical. But again, it talks about the moth is sure the grass is greener on the other side. And it talks about easy solutions. And that can be something that people go through. So you could have felt how this person feels about you. In the past, you could have felt like this person would find it easier to just move on from you and find someone else. And maybe, like, I'm not seeing it here, but maybe they did, instead of truly looking at themselves and healing. But again, moth to a flame is what I'm hearing. So let's just get some tarot to confirm all this. So I think that I'm going to use this one for you. I'm going to use the white one. So this is Dreamy Moons Tarot. This is so interesting. Look at the bottom of this deck. 8 of Wands and the 2 of Swords. So not today. Communication, not today. I love it. Anyway, so let's see how you think this person is doing. And then we'll see how you think they're feeling about you with tarot. And then we'll see what you think they're going to do. And then we're going to do it all again for them. Oh, we have the 6 of Cups. So you do feel like they feel nostalgia about you. Soul connection. All right. So let's see how you think they're doing right now. This is how you think they're doing. We have the 10 of Wands, lots of responsibilities. 10 of Wands. It's in reverse, so lots of responsibilities. And you could be feeling like this person does a lot for other people before doing things for themselves or for you in the past. But let's confirm. So how do you think your person is doing? The Tower, divine intervention. Things that are not aligned with them being removed. We have the Lovers. What? So you do feel like this person feels this connection with you, this divine love connection. Very interesting for how you think they're doing. That they still feel this connection. Again, the Tower, you feel like they're going through some sort of divine intervention, transformation, revelations, upheaval. That camera keeps like, doesn't want to focus. I haven't seen anything in this person's energy from your side about another person. So I don't want to say that there's another person, but we do have Knight of Wands on the bottom. So you could feel like they're still a bit in that runner energy, inconsistent. Let's get a few more for how you think this person is doing. We have King of Wands. And what is happening here? We've got the King of Wands. So you do feel like they're starting to step into their power and take control of their life. But we've got the 10 of Stars in reverse, 10 of Pentacles in reverse, other people's opinions, family's opinions, friends' opinions, dictating their life or affecting this connection. and you see this person, or how you feel, how you think they're doing, is that they're starting to break away from this and stand on their own 2 feet. Interference of other people is coming through huge, friends and family specifically. But you feel like they're starting to gain clarity about this. You're starting to feel like they're breaking away from that, like I said, and standing on their own 2 feet and trusting their own intuition, trusting their connection to source, King of Wands. Starting to stand in their power and empower themselves from this. So let's see how you think they're feeling about you. How do you think they're feeling about you? How do you think they're feeling about you? We've got the Four of Crystals, withdrawn, clarity. We've got the Page of Wands. So for how you think they're feeling about you, there's this energy where you feel like they want to take action towards you or take inspired action towards you, Page of Wands, but that they're not ready yet, Four of Swords, that they're still feeling like they need to remain withdrawn and to heal. For how you think they're feeling about you, the Page of Wands, I actually want to grab, hang on, I want to grab my book for this one. For how you think they're feeling about you. Wands are all the way in the other direction. Adventure, excitement, fresh ideas, cheerfulness, energetic, fearless. This is how you think they feel about you. Creativity, inspiration, energy, excitement of new ideas, big goals, and eagerness to achieve their dreams. So that could be all things that you're doing, and that's why you think this person feels that way about you, because maybe you feel like they are watching you. Fleeting romance. So maybe you feel like this person, feels like you had a false start with them. Four of Swords, you feel like this person is reflecting a lot about you right now, gaining clarity, but also seeing you as withdrawn, feeling like you're withdrawn from them, like you're keeping your distance, like you're taking a break. Let's get a few more for how you think they're feeling about you. How do you think they're feeling about you? You could be collaborating with people at work right now, Three of Pentacles. The Hermit, there's a lot of isolation here. So you feel like this person feels like you're isolated right now. You're on a journey of self. You're doing a lot of self-reflection. Again, that Four of Swords and that Hermit shows that you do feel like this person notices you're keeping your distance and holding your energy back. Three of Pentacles, so you could feel like your person feels like you're collaborating with others or collaborating at work. Maybe they're watching you through work. And we've got the Two of Crystals, so, stalemate, no movement, stagnation, for how you think they're feeling about you. You could also feel like this person feels like they made the wrong choice in the past. Like if they chose their friend group over you or their family over you, you could be feeling like they feel like they made the wrong decision. One more for feelings about you. One more. Well, two more came out, of course. We have the Four of Wands on the bottom. Three of Crystals. So you do feel like this person feels like the pain of the separation. They're feeling the separation, possibly even regret. And we have the Chariot. So for some of you, you could feel like this person feels like you're moving forward without them, which you probably are in your own way. But like I said, I'm not getting the energy that you're I'm not feeling like an ego energy in that, well, they better catch up or they're going to miss their chance. It's more like, you feel like this person sees you moving forward, and not waiting and not being in stagnation, if that makes sense. And then Four of Wands on the bottom. All right, let's see what you think their intentions are for the future. What do you think their intentions are for the future? Three of Wands, progress, growth. Yes, just like that ship card. Did we see the ship card? No, it was a different card that I'm thinking of. So intentions for the future. Three of Wands. You do feel like they're going to want to progress towards you, take action towards you, growth, progress. This also talks about creating a foundation, a stable foundation. And we have the star, so you do feel like their intentions are to heal this here and to return to you. She's very naked. I can't show it. So you feel like this person still has hope for the future. All right. I'm going to pause this and cleanse the energy. And I'm going to come back and see what's going on with your person. All right. So we're going to see what's going on with your person. And right away, my throat closed over. So I think you're right. I think that they're not ready to talk. My throat just closed completely over when I hit record. So let's see what is actually going on with your person. What is going on with your person? Twin flame. Of course. I like to shuffle. Every reader is different. For me, it's how I get, I don't know. I'm a shuffler. No bottom of the deck energy for them either. You're both so mysterious. So let's see your person's energy. Let's confirm your intuition, I want to say. So show me their person's energy. Show me their person's energy, please, Spirit. The person they're connected to, we have addiction. Look, we have Cupid's arrow and talking. So again, camera, you're so on it. You're so on it. You are so on it. We have reminiscing, camera, looking at pictures of you. You had the other card that's very similar to this. Cupid's arrow, talking, restraint. You are so on. You are on. So we have talking, interested in, this is their actual energy. I'm so glad I can stop saying, this is what you think. It reminds me of that episode of Friends. They don't know that we know that they know that they know we know they know, blah, blah, blah. I'm always so relieved when I can get to your person's energy and I can just be like, this is what's going on. But we have Cupid's arrow. So they do want to talk to you. They do have faith. Look, have faith. Love is coming. Hesitation. We have talking, wanting to talk to you, wanting to reach out, hovering over their phone. You can feel it. Remember your part. Not today, though. You know that it'll come when it's ready. And then we have addiction for them. And it says restraint, blocked. And I'm not saying that you blocked them or they blocked you. What I'm saying is that this is showing that energy that you feel. You know it's not coming today. I'm saying today, but you know what I mean. You know that it's going to come in perfect timing. And right now, this person still has some addictions, some toxicity. Remember how you saw them with the snake and the fox? They still have things they need to overcome. Maybe even like runner energy before they're going to pick up that phone. But they want to. They're thinking about you. They're learning from the past, just like you think they are. They're learning from the past. They're hovering over their phone. They do want to talk to you, but they're restraining themselves right now. They're showing self-control. Again, remember how I said mature? I said to you, you seem so mature. I don't think that's the right word. I'm seeing the same thing in their energy. It takes maturity and restraint not to like impulsively reach out. And as I was saying that, it was 4:44 here in the afternoon. So you're being protected. And again, this person is still dealing with some addictions here. And again, they're showing restraint when it comes to talking to you. And you know it. You know it. Love call. Like, that's what I'm talking about. It just fell off the bottom when I picked up the deck. Love call. They do want to express to you how they're feeling, but they're showing restraint now. There's still something blocking them. Has a block. Addiction has a block, and they're trying to control themselves right now. And again, that shows maturity because they know they don't. I can already see that your person doesn't want to come in and everything up. Like, I can see it. I already know. Anyway, I think you're very on it. And I think that the energy that you're projecting out, the energy, like I'm seeing that red thread card, the energy that you are sending through your red threads to this person that they're receiving energetically is helping them. 111. Your intuition is bang on the money, is what I'm hearing. And again, it's like, I don't know what word I'm looking for, but it's admirable and it's refreshing for me to see that this is the energy that, like, it's just patience and acceptance and faith and belief in your person. You're sending them the belief that they can change and heal. And you're not rushing that communication. You know it'll come at the right time, and it's taking the pressure off your person is what I'm hearing energetically. Love it. I love it. I'm so proud of you. We'll see if I'm proud of this person. I probably will be, but I'm very proud of you. This is very nice. It's probably too late to say this. But keep in mind that you might not resonate with all my readings. I have some very different readings coming out right now. And just know that if you're watching it and you're like, that's not how I feel, or it's triggering you, like, don't allow me to take your power away. You'll know if it's not your reading. You'll feel it in your gut. Okay? Anyway, it's probably too late to say that now, however many hours I'm into this reading. I feel like I'm at least 1 hour into this reading. But anyway, this is nice. So let's get a few more for your person's actual energy. Let's see what they're actually going through here. What are they actually going through? Healthy choices. Keeping a positive mindset. Ugh, you are so on it. Can I just say that? I'm like a proud mama. We have unconditional love for you. Like, this is what I'm talking about. And they're learning how to unconditionally love themselves. I did a reading today where I talked about the Jaguar card in this card right here. You need to have compassion for yourself if you're going to face your shadows. And so many people, that's what they're lacking. This card talks about how they chain their shadows to the backyard of their mind and they deny them and they become like masters of their shadows become self-sabotage. And the fact that your person has unconditional love, not only do they unconditionally love you is what I'm hearing, but they're also showing themselves unconditional love and compassion and understanding when it comes to becoming more self-aware and looking at their shadows and their addictions and their attachments and things like that. That's one of my favorite cards ever, that Jaguar card. I love it. All right, back to what I was saying before I started going off. We have unconditionally loving. The camera won't focus. We have healthy choices, which you thought they were very self-focused, self-growth, soul-finding, whatever else that card said. What's funny is it's like you have the mirror of the same card. Like, you thought the picture card came out, right? The Polaroid. They got the camera. Very similar cards. You got self-indulgent for how you think they're doing, focusing on themselves, self-growth. They got healthy choices, same energy, just different cards. Making healthier choices, self-love, self-care. Beautiful. And you got the mask, which you had. So they are wearing a mask. They're not revealing this to you. Your intuition is correct. Your intuition is correct. And we have trying to keep a positive mindset on the bottom. So they're trying to keep hope alive. They're trying to keep a positive mindset. And are you trying to keep a positive mindset? The energy that you send out and project out is powerful, is what I'm hearing. I can see it. Anyway, let's get a few more. I don't know if you were nervous before you started this reading, but I don't know why, but I was like, I just never know what's going to come out in these readings, these how you think they feel versus how they feel. Sometimes I pick up on like people who are very much in their ego and fear, right? We have wedding rings. Union, married, soul connection. So they do feel this soul connection. What are you? We have Hand of Cards. Take a chance, risk, being strategic. That's exactly what I'm talking about. They're being strategic here. They're not showing you this. Not showing hand, wearing a mask, but they feel this soul connection with you. One more. Well, two more. Two more. That is way too many, but I'll take the two that are up. Oh, that's the girl talk card. Friends. I'm telling you, their friends are me. I don't mean to do that, but I can't help it. Ascending. Transcending obstacles. You didn't get that card, but I feel like you knew they were doing that. Learning, expansion, new phase. Well, that's the butterfly card, right? Preparing for union. And we have coffin, endings bring new beginnings. So maybe that came out with the friend card. So maybe they are starting to step into their power, and maybe some of those friendships are coming to an end. But anyway. Love it. I love it. All right. I'm going to put those away. Let's see how they're feeling about you. Let's see how they're actually feeling about you. I don't know why I said it in a little accent like that. Maybe you have an accent. We have mixed signals, blocked emotions, messed up. They know they messed up. But again, blocked emotions. They're showing incredible restraint and not reaching out to you right now. I feel like they want to. They had 3 cards about communication, but then they had cards about talking about waiting for the right time, trying to keep a positive mindset, showing restraint. Something's blocking them, right? Blocking that, withdrawn. 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 Oh, beauty. So this is how they're feeling about you. This is how they're feeling about you. How are they feeling about you? Conflicted, clarity. That's so funny. The letter C could be symbolic. Look, conflicted and clarity. So they have clarity about this. I feel like they want to come towards you with truth, clarity, communication, but they're conflicted. Something is stopping them. A power higher than themselves is stopping them. Can I just say that? Although I don't think that you feel any other, I think that you know that. I don't even think I have to say that, because I think you know that. You know it's not about you. And you know that they'll reach out when they're ready. All right, so let's see how they're feeling about you. How are they feeling about you? Only you! Oh my gosh, this was one of your first cards, and this was the third card. This was their first card, and this is the third card. Only you, for how they're feeling about you. Devoted, attached, crave, resistance. They're resisting it for a reason. They know they're not ready, or again, a power higher than themselves is restraining them energetically. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. I've talked about it before, how like the universe, the divine can stop us from doing stuff like that. So what happens is, like, for example, your person puts their hand over their phone to message you, and then all of a sudden something falls in the other room and they have to go figure out what that thing was that fell. Or they get a phone call and they get distracted and can't reach out. Like, again, I feel like for some of you, a power higher than themselves is guiding them and stopping their hand from rushing this. Anyway, I think you already know that though. Like, seriously, I don't even have to tell you that. 4, 5, 6. Coming into alignment, on the right path. 4, 5, 6. Things are aligning. How is this person feeling about you? Intimacy. Oh my goodness. Oh, I feel like they miss confiding in you, because I don't think the people around them, I don't think the people around them I don't think the people around them they can confide in the way they can confide in you, if I'm just being honest. These cards, I'm seeing cards I've never seen in this deck. We have bonding, sensual, confiding, and look at that fire. So they still feel this intimacy with you. I feel like they're missing that intimacy. They're missing confiding in you. And we have twin flame, mirroring, shared feelings, reflection. So clearly this person feels a soul contract with you. That's what I was saying. And look, we have apology, which came out for how you think they feel. Like they need to make amends for something, that they're working on an apology. There. We have distance. Emotional distance, physical distance. It's still snowing here. Forgiveness, return, I'm sorry. How are they feeling about you? How are they feeling about you? I think they're missing your friendship. What? We have divine masculine? What did I say? I said I think that they do see you standing in your divine masculine energy, but I do feel like this person, how can I say this? I feel like you inspire them is what I'm hearing, but I do feel like they see you standing in your power, in your strength, in your confidence, in your divine masculine energy. We have one day, and that's how you, that first part, you were like, I know that when it's time, this person will pick up that phone or show up at my door. One day, sometime, one day. They're feeling like one day I will take action, divine masculine energy. I'll stand in my power. Oh, we do have pain here, which didn't come out for how you think they feel about you. Except it did in tarot, 3 of Swords. So pain, afraid, cautious. Oh, I was picking up on that. That what I was picking up on, remember I said, you feel like this person feels you evolving or moving away from them. Anyway, and we have conflict. So they're definitely conflicted about this. Apprehensive. So they're still, again, remember your part, the not today. The apprehensive, avoiding conversation, not ready to pick up that phone. You're right on the money. They're still feeling apprehensive about this. They're still feeling conflicted about this. How are they feeling about you? Just a few more. How are they feeling about you? Divine feminine. Sorry. Longing, craving, aching, wanting. Divine feminine. Beautiful. That's how they're actually feeling about you. And again, past life. You are magic. Have you started on your mission yet? I can't go one reading without mentioning it. Seriously. Have you started on your mission yet? Because you, my friend, are magical. Like, you're magical. I need to pause it. Seriously, get to work on your mission, because I don't remember the last time I did a reading like this. Like, I haven't done a lot of these, how you think they feel versus how they actually feel, because again, they tongue tie me and they confuse me. But I actually remember a few pick a cards that I've done, but clearly you are tapped in. Like, clearly you know what's up. You are on. You are on it. So, have you started your mission yet? I just can't help myself. I'm going to get the journey cards first. So let's see what's going on with your person. Time and space. They need time and space. Yep. Divine feminine. Oh my goodness. So I'm going to see their energy first, and then I'm going to see how they're feeling about you with this deck. There could be religious differences. That could be parents. Anyway, I just heard something about that. Like, you can't marry that person. They're not the same religion. You need to find yourself a nice Christian girl or Jewish boy or something. Anyway, we have spying. I don't know why this is surprising me. That's what you thought, spying. So they're definitely keeping an eye on you. Why is this tickling me so? I just think you're magical. We have telepathy. What the? You got that. All right. So let's see your person's energy. Didn't you have that come out? Why am I'm just going to stop being surprised. Clearing and healing karma. Again, your intuition is on point. You could be an inspiration to so many, is what I'm hearing. Anyway, it's beautiful. And look at again, this is the energy you're projecting. Look at what's happening. Like, seriously. This is a perfect example of what you project outwards to them. They pick up on. Red thread. Anyway, unconditional love, the penguins. Show me their person's current energy. Spying. You. You. Seriously, transformation, the butterfly, that's what you thought was going on with them. They are transforming, clearing and healing karma. Keeping an eye on you transforming into that butterfly. Seriously, I pulled the same cards for you. And they are transforming. Transformation. This isn't even about how they're feeling about you. This is what they're doing. Spying. Spying on you. Transforming. Acceptance. Surrender. Belief. Just like you. Let's get a few more for your person's energy. Dreams. Like twin flame. What the? Same cards. The same cards. Dreams and 5D and twin flames. The exact same cards. And you saw me shuffle this deck. I cleansed it. I shuffled it off camera. I shuffled it on camera. This is better than like any TV show I could watch. Like, this is just amazing to see and witness. Anyway. Again, same cards. Balancing their divine feminine, divine masculine energies, understanding that they have a connection with you, a soul contract. They could even be understanding what twin flames are. Like, this person could have wandered onto Google. Why can't I forget about this person? Why do I always dream about this person? And twin flames could have popped up, or you could have mentioned it in the past. The same cards in this deck, this big deck. Oh, we have addictions on the bottom. So remember the first part, they're still struggling with some addictions here. Or some, shadow work. Anyway, you already know that, I think. Let's just get two more for their energy, and then I want to see how they feel about you. Mirroring. Yes. That's a weird affirmation. I crave exercise and movement every day. It's not weird. But it's making me think like that could be your person is trying to get more grounded in their like masculine energy. They could be working out. One more for their energy. We have mirroring, and that's inner union. They're learning how to love themselves, making healthier choices, self-growth. And we have mirroring. So is that you? Because they're mirroring you right now. And that's why I keep saying, look at these cards. Everything that you're projecting out, your beliefs, your unconditional love, your belief that they're healing, your belief that they're transforming, your belief that they're dreaming about you, that they're awakening, look at it. So I feel like you're probably here, loving yourself, coming into inner union. Good for you. Good on you, mate. Let's see how they're feeling about you. This reading is just tickling me. Let's see how they're feeling about you. Very high vibration. Very high vibration. Powerful. How are they feeling about you? How are they feeling about you? We have Dark Night of the Soul. So they could feel like you are, this is so interesting. They could feel like you triggered this Dark Night of the Soul for how they're feeling about you while they're going through this Dark Night of the Soul. They could be thinking of you a lot. I feel like they've seen you transform and change and grow, go through your Dark Night of the Soul perhaps. We do have friends. So they feel like you're spending a lot of time with friends right now. Remember, 3 of Pentacles, I saw that collaboration. So they could feel like you're spending a lot of time with their friends. They could also be realizing that their friends are wrong about you. Seriously. I had that dream last night for a reason. It wasn't me that was discovering this chat. It was someone, it was like I was watching it. And someone had picked up a phone and could see all of these friends talking to their person, saying, there's plenty more fish in the sea. Why don't you just find somebody else? That sounds toxic. That sounds like a toxic connection. Anyway. But for how they feel about you, Dark Night of the Soul and friends. Dark Night of the Soul is where like you question everything. So I feel like their telepathy. I do feel like this person is questioning the opinions of their friends, and they're feeling like their friends were wrong about this connection is what I'm hearing. And again, they could feel like you're spending a lot of time with your friends right now, which maybe you are, like raising your vibration. Go for it. We also have abandonment for how they feel about you. So they could feel like you're leaving them behind. That even came out when I used this deck to ask how you think they feel about you. Abandonment came out. So they could be feeling like you're leaving them behind. But look at what it's doing. And side note, you could have abandonment wounds as well that they know about. Let's get a few more. Or they could be feeling like, look at this. Look at how these came out for how they feel about you. Like they could be upset that they abandoned this connection because of what their friends said. Let's see how they're feeling about you. A few more. How are they feeling about you? That's interesting. You could be working on your mission. Divine masculine energy. So again, you're standing in your strength right now. But these two came out together. No contact and divinely protected. So again, I do feel like they know it's not the right time to reach out. And then we have passion for how they feel about you. Passion. All right. So let's get that other deck. May 11th could be symbolic. No, this one first. All right. So let's see how they're feeling about you. We're almost there, but you have patience. Like I just heard you have patience in spades or whatever the expression is. I don't understand expressions. So we're going to see how they're doing, how they're feeling with this one. New beginnings. So let's look at your person's energy and feelings about this connection towards you. All right. Show me this person. Well, we have the Fool. So opportunity, embrace the unknown. Just do it. That's funny. Just do it. So they are feeling, well, I'm hearing they're taking, the Fool's journey. You're on the Fool's journey, taking that leap of faith into the unknown. Them, the Fool. We have the guidance system, their guiding light guidance system. Navigating obstacles. We also have detour, safe passage, warning, plot a course of action. Again, you're their shining light. You're their lighthouse. You're their guiding light. We have the feminine. And again, in the Lenormand deck, when this comes out for if I'm talking about your person and they're the divine masculine, not talking about gender, and this card comes out, feminine energy, this is you on their mind, divine feminine. And we have the Falcon, rising above challenges, ability, strategy, skill, focus, a transition, changes, listening to their higher self. Their third eye is opening, far-reaching vision. September 29th, September 7th, September 2nd. What else was I going to say? July 29th, July 20th. Oh, yes, we have the Wolverine. And I bet you that's why they're not reaching out yet. Because the Wolverine talks about unpredictable, wild power struggles. And I'm just thinking it reminds me of the reading I did earlier where if this person is still, this is 20, judgment. So if this person is still reflecting on their unpredictable behavior, I feel like they're waiting to reach out to you because they don't want to react all over you. They don't want to be unpredictable all over you. It also says determined and fearless. All right, let's get a few more for your person's energy. Oh my gosh, this is magic. Seriously, this is magical. We have double rainbow, divine intervention, ascension, perfect timing, serendipity, light codes, promises kept, duality, as above, so below. Divine intervention, tower. We have the light bulb, aha moment, discovery, breakthrough, reveal, realize, enlightenment, epiphany, illumination, invention, intellect. We have tangled up, poor little kitty, tangled up, problems, complicated circumstance. So there's still things that need to be unraveled. And again, this person is showing restraint right now. It's unraveling. It says so these tangles are starting to unravel, but they still need time. We have twin flame again. Soulmate, twin flame, faith, a pair of things, blooming love, the one, deep soul connections, divination, fluidity. We have the magnet, which came out for how you think they feel. Longing, desire, gravity, magnetic attraction. We have the Celtic knot. Unconditional love, legendary, divine union, eternal love, infinity, enduring, connected, love of a lifetime. And we have catalyst. Ignite, fuel, torched, fan the flames, infuse, breathe, kindle, spark, effort required, passion, get it going. Catalyst. I stopped mentioning dates, I'm so sorry. So let's get 5 more. Well, that's 5. We have Ladybug, a vibrant, abundant life, happy, comfort, leisure, wishes coming true, good health, balance, birth of a daughter. I feel like they see the happy, vibrant, abundant life they could have with you. That's what keeps them going. That's their guiding light. We have letter communication. That came out for you. Again, they want to talk, but again, something's stopping them because they know. That's interesting. We have 2 to 4 weeks for timing. But anyway, we do have communication, making contact. So you're not wrong. and we have the Star. We have public venues, the garden, society, crowds, audience, party, meeting, event. They could be hoping they run into you somewhere if you don't live at a distance. And we have the Moon. So again, they want to communicate, but they're listening to their intuition. Their intuition is telling them now is not the right time. Not yet. Not yet. Not today. Just like you think. So they're really listening to their intuition. All right. So seriously. Grey's Anatomy could be symbolic. Didn't they say that on that show all the time? Seriously. Developing over time, flavor, family, legacy, the good stuff, finesse, alchemy, transformed, ripening, age as well. So, do you see, like, look at the size of this deck. Do you see how bang on the money you are? I know I keep saying it, but I cannot stress it enough. Have you started your mission? You're magic. You're magical. You've made my day. All right, so I'm going to put these here. When I organized my cards, I couldn't put my favorite ones over on that shelf. I had to keep my favorite ones within reach. So we're almost there. 2 decks. We're almost there. So let's see their current energy with animal cards. Current energy with animal cards. Current energy. Nightingale. Communication. They could be writing a lot. One more shuffle. So let's see this person's current energy, and then we'll see how they're feeling about you. So current energy, nervous. First cut, the mouse. So a little bit nervous, anxiety. Let's see their current energy, though. Their current energy. They're all face down. One more. The Nightingale. The moth, like a moth to a flame. All right, so they're no longer focusing on like the quick fix or the shiny new thing. I feel like they're actually doing the work. We do have Nightingale, which does talk about sharing your voice. We have the Eagle. I'm going to read these. And what do we have here? We have the Beaver, so working on home, working on stability. Again, they could be rising above their family's opinions with the Beaver and the Eagle. So Nightingale. Well, I just opened to the Eagle, so that's where we're starting. All-pervading power, truth seeker, transforms karma. Bright, radiant, takes challenges head on. The Eagle, that's them right now. To bring into balance, step into the unknown. The Fool, remember? Step into the unknown. The noble eagle emanates the light of the sun. This great bird is both physically and spiritually strong and represents mastery over the elements of fire and air. When the eagle appears, you'll soon be thrown into the karmic fire for transformation. The eagle pushes us to be our best and brightest selves and stops at nothing to see us shine. Grasp the sun in your talons and hold on for the ride. You are stronger than you think. Your person's energy, beautiful. And then we have Nightingale. Fearless voice, speech, communication, or song. Sings, speaks freely with kindness. When out of balance, shy, lump in the throat. To bring into balance music. So your person could be a singer, or they could be listening to a lot of music that reminds them of you right now. Actually, I'm not going to lie. Throughout this entire song, before I started this reading, I was listening to Find Me by Forrest Black, which one of you lovely subscribers suggested to me. And it's like, I wouldn't say it's a song per se. It's more like a poem. Like he's reading the lyrics. He's not singing them. He is a singer, but he's just reading them. Find Me, Forrest Black. That's been like in my mind this whole reading. I've been hearing it a little. You might want to listen to it if you've never listened to it. The Nightingale, it reminds us that music can heal the deepest wounds. This card indicates a need to bridge between the heart and the voice. Is there something you need to say? The Nightingale. So they know there's something they need to say. Right now they're going through transformation. They're going to step into the unknown, is what I'm hearing. And we have the Beaver. And I might just get one more card for them, actually. Beaver is water. I don't know why I always think it's earth. Hard worker, loyal. Tireless. I read those two words together. Loyal, tireless, family first. So remember, the opinions of families, they could have prioritized their family's opinions over this connection. Although a Beaver doesn't usually initiate a project, once started, they'll work steadily for weeks, months, or years to see it through. So again, your person is really like determined to see this through. They're really working on themselves. And again, they could be working up the courage to stand up to their family, because the Beaver always puts her family first, if that makes sense. Just from what I was seeing in their energy. I'm going to get one more card for them. Show me their current energy. Well, that's too many. No. One more. Oh, why did I feel like that was going to come out? Anyway, because I'm intuitive, that's why. I knew that was going to come out. So this came out, and then a bunch of cards came out, and I stuck them back in because they came out in a clump. And then the cheetah came out. Momentum, masculine energy. My dog Pepper is barking. Ruff, ruff, bark, bark. Pepper could be symbolic, or the name Pepper. So we have masculine energy. Solar force, action, achievement, masculine energy. Achieves anything. Boundless energy. To bring into balance, reconnect to purpose. And then they also have the dragonfly here. Here. They also have the dragonfly here. There we go. The dragonfly, master of light, illusion, and the mind. When in balance, sees clearly, joyful, magical. It awakens a sense of wonder in all. The dragonfly is a symbol of the mind, as it is always moving, shifting, shimmering, and changing. When the dragonfly card appears, it's worth considering the quality of your mind and perception. Are they restless or still, dreamlike or crystal clear? The situation at hand may be different than it appeared at first. Dragonfly reminds us to calm the mind so the light of the wisdom can shine through. Clarity. All right, so let's see how they're feeling about you. Let's see how they're feeling about you. We're almost done. How are they feeling about you? What? Who are you? Who are you? How did you do that? It's the same cards that came out when I asked, how do you think they feel about you? Like a moth to a flame. How did you do that? Messenger of divinity. That's how they feel about you. Moth to a flame, guiding light. They feel this attraction to you. Like, you know, I know this card talks about like the grass is greener. Maybe they feel like you found something better with the moth. I feel like they know that you're not someone who believes in easy solutions. Clearly they see you as someone who's transformed and done the work. Messenger of divinity for how they feel about you. How did you do that? Didn't I only pull 3 cards? How did you do that? Sees clearly, intuitive, the hawk. Watchful, all-seeing, messenger of divinity. They clearly feel like you're a divine being. That much is clear. And, you know, maybe they were feeling like the grass was greener on the other side and they realized, no, it's not. It's greenest right where I was standing with that person, that messenger of divinity, that divine being. Where is the moth for how they feel about you? enthusiastic, whimsical. All right, let's get another one for how you think they feel about you. No, we're not doing that anymore. See, it's so similar that I had like deja vu there for a minute. How do they feel about you? Same cards. What? How do they feel about you? Claiming life purpose. I just saw, well, it came out. I just saw the tarantula so they could feel like, how are you doing this? How are you doing this? That came out, again, I'm just going to stop. But for how they feel about you, they do feel like how do they feel about you with that panther? Well, I do feel like you shook their world upside down. And now I'm hearing that Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. This is a story all about how my life got flipped, turned upside down. That's how I feel I do think that they feel that you turned their life upside down. Not in a bad way. They could be feeling like you are removing anything that's no longer aligned with you, including them. You could have had to remove them, is what I'm hearing. Where is this panther card? Brave, productive for how they feel about you. Getting rid of the unnecessary. That's what I mean. I feel like in the past, maybe you did have to remove this person from your energy. And I think they understand why now. We also have the sea serpent. Healing emotional wounds. You. That's how they feel about you. Emotions, creativity, sensuality, desire. The sea serpent helps us move in and direct our energy into a healthy current. We express ourselves creatively and sexually without fear or shame. So I just feel like this person sees you or feels like you're someone who's removed anything that's no longer aligned with you. You've transformed, you've healed, you're healing emotional wounds. You're learning how to express yourself better and in healthier ways. We loosen the grip of self-judgment, and we let the cool waters of forgiveness in to heal our wounds. And again, the tarantula did come out. So for how this person feels about you, they could feel like you're claiming your life purpose right now with the tarantula. And it is showing that they do feel like they need to do something. Like make a decision to come towards you is what I'm hearing. Also, I just get divine feminine energy from spiders. Anyway, one more. I'm being called to one more for how they feel about you. How are they feeling about you? I'm trying not to shake the table. Interesting. We have the scorpion, so that could be why they're apprehensive about coming towards you, because the scorpion does talk about an unresolved issue from the past. So they could feel like, remember how they need to apologize for something. So they could feel like you're still stewing about, that's the fire ant, but they could feel like, let me just look this up. But they could be feeling a little apprehensive about coming. And this is their perception. I'm not saying this is what you're doing, because I don't think you are. But their perception is there's something you're still upset about that they need to make amends for. And it's like they feel like if they come towards you, you may be defensive. Wild, free, and fierce. That's you. To bring into balance honesty and forgiveness. And it talks about an unresolved event from the past. So they do feel like you still, even though you're healing, like you still think about this unresolved event from the past that they went through with you. So again, that's their perception. I'm not saying that you're waiting there to sting them. I just didn't get that energy from you at all, that you're holding any kind of resentment, but I could be wrong. All right, so let's get tarot. I'm going to get the black deck for them, the Black Dreamy Moons Tarot. All right, so on the bottom, we have the Chariot. How interesting. Forward movement. coming into alignment. Look at this chariot. It's got a yin and yang on it. Focus, please. Focus. All right, so we're going to look at their energy. 4 of crystals. We're going to see how they're feeling about you and their intentions. And then we're done. No big deal. Just a little short reading. Temperance, beautiful. Patience. Again, they're not rushing this. Healing, beautiful. Balancing their divine feminine and divine masculine energies. So let's cut the deck. The name Joey could be symbolic. We have the Knight of Stars, slow moving, dedicated, like that beaver, but slow moving. Knight of Pentacles, determined. Whoa. So again, they're taking a good hard look at their shadows here. They're doing a lot of reflecting. I love that card. The Self. So I feel like this person was very slow to want to do this. I feel like they were very slow to admit some of these shadows here. Interesting. So let's look at their current energy. What is their current energy? We've got the Hermit, self-reflection, beautiful. King of Cups, wow. 8 of Wands. So again, they want to communicate, but they're going through rapid change and rapid growth. 8 of Wands. Rapid change and rapid growth is what I'm hearing. And again, I feel like they do want to communicate, but they're showing that restraint. Hermit energy. So a lot of self-reflection right now. I don't know why are the keywords not coming to my mind? Anyway, self-reflection, self-evaluation, time alone, withdrawn, healing. Why are the keywords not coming to my mind right now? Self-reflection, introspection, contemplation, withdrawal, solitude, search for self. There we go. And we have the King of Cups. So they're very much using, listen, King of Cups, using their head and their heart. So their heart might say, I want to reach out. But their head is telling them, and this isn't the same as like their ego, but their head is telling them, no, you need more time to contemplate this. You need more time to self-reflect before you go rushing in. Using head and heart. Very mature. Very mature. Lots of love. Lots of love. All right, let's get another one for their current energy. Yeah, 8 of Stars. Beautiful. So we've got the 8 of Stars here, and we've got the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups, maybe they're feeling, Page of Cups to me is also an energy of listening to your intuition. It's also about new perspectives. So they're gaining a lot of new perspectives right now. And 8 of Pentacles shows them being very dedicated to working on themselves right now, putting in the work. Moving towards that 9 of Pentacles. They could even be like an entrepreneur. They could be spending time starting their own business, right? But very dedicated here. I feel the need to look that up. Skill, talent, craftsmanship, quality, high standards. So they have high standards. Expertise, mastery, commitment, dedication, accomplishment. Beautiful. Learning new skills, honing a craft. They could be furthering their education in their skills or industry. Immersing themselves in their craft. So they really are immersing themselves in, like, I'm seeing self-reflection, introspection, healing, but also something to do with their craft, maybe their mission. And again, Page of Cups, new perspectives of love. Sensitivity, dreamer, innocence, inner child, healing the inner child. Maybe their craft is whatever they like to do as like their inner child like to do, or what they like to do as a kid. That's beautiful. Let's get one more for their energy. You came out so quick. 6 of Cups, missing you, nostalgia, healing childhood wounds. All right. I just heard wanting to reach out, and then I looked at the bottom and we have the Ace of Swords. So they're having breakthrough moments right now. Beautiful. Let's see how they're feeling about you. How are they feeling about you? The Lovers. What? Didn't you? You. You're magic, I'm telling you. How they feel about you. Like they need to make a choice for some of them. But divine love connection, Hanged Man, right? So they're sacrificing, coming towards you right now for new perspectives and enlightenment. They do feel this separation, I'm hearing. 10 of Stars in the upright. So remember, I feel like they're no longer letting their friends and families get in the way of this connection, because when I asked about how you think they feel, you could have thought that their friends and family were still getting in the way of this connection, but this is in the upright in their deck. So clearly they see building a lasting foundation with you, possibly even like leaving a legacy, I'm hearing, commitment, long-term stability. That's what they want to offer you. We have the 9 of Wands, love that isn't easy, love that's not easy, 9 of Wands, but perseverance. Again, 9 of Wands is love that's not easy. And people think love is supposed to be easy, and that's... My guys were just like, that's boring. Anyway, that's not accurate. And 9 of Wands also talks about self-improvement. So I do feel like your person sees you as someone who's, been through self-improvement. And I do feel like this person is persevering with hope and determination. That's how they're feeling about this connection. But that they still have some improvements to make before coming in. That's coming through very clear. And then we have the 8 of Wands for how they feel about you. Wanting rapid movement, look, the eagle. Anyway, wanting to communicate with you. But Hanged Man energy on the bottom. They're not ready yet. 4 of Wands underneath that. That's what was on the bottom when I asked how you think they feel about you. We had the 4 of Wands. Magic. One more for how they feel about you. How are they feeling about you? King of Wands, like they need to take control of this situation. You got that card too. I cannot stress this enough. Look, we have the Tower in reverse. And that is about like making adjustments. But my favorite reader talks about, and I'm hearing her in my head right now, internal work. Working on the internal. So I do feel like this person feels like before they take action towards you and take control of the situation and step forward, they still have some internal work they need to do. Which I believe them. I believe them. Tower in reverse, though, what I was hearing before she popped into my head. Making adjustments in love. They could fear that you're done with them. Anyway. All right. Let's see. Whoops, I'm holding that wrong. Let's see their intentions for the future. What are their current intentions? I can already guess. Page of Stars, Page of Pentacles. So their intentions for the future here are a fresh start, to offer you something, to dedicate themselves to this, to start a lasting foundation with you. We've got Judgment, Resurrection, Renewal, making adjustments. These are their intentions. So they do intend to have a fresh start with you, have a resurrection, a renewal in love, Judgment. They want to put in the work here is what I'm seeing. And we have the Six of Swords. So they want to move into calmer waters with you. I'm feeling called to look at the Page of Pentacles really quickly just to confirm that for you in love. I feel like that came out earlier too. Not for you. Dedication in a relationship. All right. Let's get one more for intentions. We have the Queen of Cups. So they intend to follow their intuition. We've got the King and Queen of Cups here. Very intuitive energy. And the Queen of Cups in love talks about deepening an already existing connection. Those are their intentions. We've got Justice on the bottom. Truth and accountability, balance. Look at those two doves. Those are their intentions. I want to see what action they're going to take in the future because I can't help myself. What action are they going to take in the future? What action are they going to take? I knew it. I was seeing that card in my mind's eye. I knew it. I knew that card was going to come out. So look at this. We have the Ten of Cups. We have the Chariot. And we have the Magician. So again, I'm hearing once that inner work is done, once they're healing, once they feel like they've done enough inner healing, they're going to make something happen here. They're going to communicate with you. And Chariot, being proactive in love, taking action, coming towards you. You're magic. Anyway, I'll just get a couple of messages for you. Just a couple of messages, just a couple. Hang on. I felt called to these ones, which I don't use a lot, but I mean, I do use them. I've just been kind of liking that Love Pop one for, 6 months or so, or whenever I got it. So let's get a few messages from your person. We're just going to jump right in. What does your person want to say to you? What does your person want to say to you? I knew it. I freaking knew it. I freaking knew it. Words of hurt in the past, and that's why I fear talking to you. I said that. I talked about that. I need to move slowly with this, but trust that I am moving, even when it seems like I'm not. You already know this. There are subconscious fears affecting our ability to attract love and abundance. The universe is helping us make them conscious so we can easily attract what we want, including each other. I'm looking for a way out of this situation so I can be free. And that could go back to the friends and families. Friends and family is what I'm hearing. That one talks about growth. All right, we have what we are experiencing as part of a larger collective clearing. Don't feel alone because others are feeling it too. My heart is opening to love and guiding me back to you. Our union energy needs clearing. Repeat this 11 times with slow, deep breaths. And you're already sending them lots of good energy, so try this one. 11 times. I'm sorry, please forgive me, I love you, I'm grateful for you. And I don't think those resentful people are probably watching this reading, but sometimes when I get this card, people are like, what do you mean? I don't need to forgive that, or they don't need to forgive me. I didn't do anything wrong. Anyway, we have karmic ties, I'm not happy, karma, behaviors, people, or situations, friends, family, are playing a role in what's happening for me, and it's hard for me to see a way out. Remember that I'm trying to get out of this situation so I can be free. They're getting there. They'll step into their power. I believe in them. A few more. Aww. Two more. That was the two. So we have, I'm changing this pattern and moving forward. Yeah, they are. We have, don't listen to other people. They should be telling this to themselves. Don't listen to other people. Trust yourself to know the truth. So true. As you surrender your 3D expectations, you You. I surrender to our 5D connection. And that puts it perfectly. That's perfect, because that's like the perfect wording. That is the wording I was looking for. You are surrendering your 3D expectations. Powerful. Oh, I wish I could say what I feel. Someday I will, but right now I'm afraid to be myself. Communication. And mirrors, this situation is being caused by both of us. Look at your own role in this situation and help us to change it. You already know that. I think you're doing beautifully. Anyway, I'm going to leave it here, my friends. I don't know how long that reading was, but it was probably like 2 hours. That's okay. I'm sending you lots of love and light, and I will talk to you soon. Start your mission. Bye.